versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Gibson on the read option. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cohen. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Now Wilson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Nagar's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Herbert out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football, and they'll have a better chance to win again this week.
Good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and that one's third down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
This is brought in at the 21. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Wilson.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They go play action now. Wilson slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And some room to roam now.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 24.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Again, it's Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To try again after the sack. Wilson out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. And I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That caught by Tremble. Touchdown! Tommy Tremble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Chris Nagar now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So they're using a lot of their backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Herbert's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Dances by at the 20. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Power running here down to the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd and 9. Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today. That was the latest example. Hadn't been getting much yardage out of it. And now on his back up to the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Tariq Cohen from 19 yards away.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now it's Herbert.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall in.
Listening so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. They're levels, doing their jobs in tandem. The back open the front, the front open the back. The pressure got him on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Barkley, inside handoff, running right through him.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
Herbert running left off the option. Touchdown, Giants! Justin Herbert, 35 yards.
And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, team.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wilson slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up on the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught by Tony.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, they keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
108 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays. Oh,
touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 52 yards. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. That's it. That's what you want. Straight away, positive game. Just keep the count ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to Barkley again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They dial up the corner blitz that time.